I'm Keegan Smith.
Aloha, my name's Mitch Pike.
We've come from Australia to spend some time with Andre, see what we can learn about lifting, about the nervous system, and see one of the strongest gyms in the world for our own eyes.
Yeah, we just ran through a session just before. It was mind-blowing, so pretty keen to get the tips and stuff that we've learned and apply it into the lifting. We're going to run through a session soon, so pretty excited for that.
Hope you enjoy the video.
I just wanted to demonstrate with the impact it still can hold it, and before I could just use one hand and push it down.
Fuck me!
Who was recording him when he was sick?
I wasn't expecting that.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's nearly better than my left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I used to compete in IPF powerlifting like 2 and a bit years ago, and I got to a point where I had a dream to deadlift IPF under 120, so to have the biggest deadlift in Australia. And I got to 315, and then my hips started to like significantly shift when I went to pick the weight up, and it was like my right glute was sort of inactive, and it shifted, and then I just started to get like chronic right lower back pain, and then basically I had a grade 3 meniscal tear in my right knee,
And so your meniscal tear was from the glute?
No, it wasn't. No. But I feel like it had either something to do with it. But my right erector was significantly larger than my left, so I had like a big right erector. And a.
So first thing I'll check. Is if your legs are even. Start just walking on the spot, looking forward, and stop. Usually have to kneel down to do this. Okay, if I kneel down, I still can do it actually. It doesn't look so bad when it comes to difference in legs. Yes, it's usually when one erector is thicker, a person has hips like this or something like that. Yeah. So that's probably not the bone structure problem. And your knees are probably on the same height as well. Yeah. So I've seen people with one knee here, one knee here.
Yeah, right.
they can't squat or deadlift equally, on both sides of the asymmetric.
But naturally, my right foot my right toe seems to sort of, right foot, it seems to angle out a bit. It's like it feels more comfortable in that.
So if you tangle out, it's probably a hip flexors tight on that side.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So a person not walking like this,
I mean, like, see, when I just did that, I looked down there and...
Obviously, there's many types of hip flexors. We're talking about psoas or iliopsoas. Exactly the material meniscus.
I did it in 2015, and then I've just recently done it in November, where I was doing jumps, and then it sort of just was super unstable. So now I've sort of just been doing like rehab stuff, because there was a 6 centimeter discrepancy between my right and left dorsiflexion. So I was 6 centimeters tighter on my right side, which could have had something to do with the fact, like, I was high bar squatting.
So one calf is tighter, yeah?
So if I had 12 centimeters on the left, I had 6 on the right. And I was high bar squatting my whole powerlifting career. So essentially, I remember going down once, and I sort of felt something in here, and ever since then, that was when my dorsiflexion started to sort of come back. So I think it's all right knee, right foot, right hip, right erector.
You do have the same size of both shoes?
Yeah.
You sure?
One's maybe half a size smaller.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure which side, but the effect is, so if I was to deadlift like this, I'd go to push and you'd see a shift like that, and then it would come up back to here.
That's a quite common thing, really.
But it was significant.
But what you have to watch for is not to switch your glute off, because one glute was probably working as it happened.
Yeah.
And then, once one injury happens, the other one is just a matter of domino effect. Can you lie on your back?
On my back?
Yeah. No, just keep it here. It should be stronger than my hand, yeah? That's fine. This one? often I just squeeze somebody's foot, it paralyzes the leg.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so we're just eliminating different things, yeah, different scenarios. So in that scenario, if somebody has this problem, maybe Keegan wants to try that.
It's quite nutty squat.
Hold it. Feel the difference? Weaker. Hold it. Grip. Yeah. So I can't open. Hold it. Well, I shouldn't be able to do wrist extension with what we can grip. Yeah, you can grip 50 kilo dumbbell, but can do 50 kilo dumbbell like that. Yeah. Okay, maybe just lift that leg for now. See, it's like power is going down.
Yeah.
Just because I pressed here.
Yeah.
I press with that much force.
Yeah.
So just imagine if you have a big weight on it.
Yeah.
It didn't work for you, but we'll check different options with your ankle. Yeah. Hold. Grip. You just switch off, yeah? It's not okay, you kind of fighting back, but it's not like you could do normally. So basically you're strongest when you lie down.
So you're saying that...
Should be Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fight. Okay, flip on your front. So the same happens for the whole body, including glutes, yeah? Up. And squeeze the glute. Right. And you hold the bed so you don't roll. Up. Yeah. No, go again. Squeeze it. Feel like you're significantly weaker.
Yeah.
Straight away, yeah? We'll check the same thing with his ankles now, yeah? Because this is plantar fascia in your case, and how to fix it now. There are two ways how to fix it.
That's what we
wash it. Yeah.
Yeah, he smiles so
I stretch the toe and I slide this one. Can you hear that noise? It's very tough.
Can you tell that it's not that healthy from that?
Yeah, from that noise.
What do we call
Okay,
it?
let's do it again. Grab the bed, up, squeeze the glute.
Oh, that's stronger. He's stronger.
You can resist now, yeah? And flip on your back. So whenever you stood up, the gravity is pressing on your plantar fascia.
Yeah.
Because it was inflamed, switches you off.
Inhibition.
Yeah. So you're only strong when you lie down. Sonny had the same.
Yeah.
Told him to scrap it every time before training.
Yeah. We were doing it in Australia.
Yeah.
Fucking hands.
Okay. Lift.
You think it's gonna stay sore?
You didn't feel like you're losing control, eh? Grip. Squeeze. You should feel that significant like power loss. Like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah.
And I have your hand. Squeeze. Squeeze. So you can't open it. Squeeze. Can't open. Yeah, it's tough guy. See. Squeeze.
Bumble.
Yeah. Squeeze. So when I press here, go. You're the weakest. But you fight it back very well. A lot of people just do a little touch here on the nerve. they open. But guess what? After the gua sha, so I do this scraping here. It's a bulletproof brace now. It doesn't
scraping there.
So even though it,
so you put the bar on the high bar, suddenly your hands go weak.
yeah.
If you have inflamed region here. Yeah, but the stronger you are, the more immune you are to this. So for example, Sonny was nothing immune to anything here. Yeah. So his ability as a sport athlete, is probably 99% brain.
Yeah,
He just can see things happening quicker than anybody else.
Yeah, he doesn't have a real strength, grinding strength. His nervous system isn't that great. But if it's slow stuff,
you can jog.
Slow strength, he's not very good. Where fast strength, he's alright. Like the instantaneous power, he's jumps and punching.
So when I was coaching Daniel Grabowski, dumbbell press. Can't do dumbbell press. Jerk, straight away. So he could do jerk, couldn't do dumbbell press overhead. Or sitting on the bench right away. Fucking what the fuck is going on? So it was quite the reverse of what people have normal. When he was playing guitar, ugly, sounds bad. Playing fast, everything nicely, So some people are just basically, if you try and tell them to do something slow,
just better nervous system.
The nervous system is working so fast, they don't know that speed.
Interesting.
Give them something easy, they don't get excited, basically. So at uni, I was like, if there was a subject that was very difficult and nobody could pass it or something, everybody was struggling to go through, I was the best. If there was a subject that any idiot could pass, I was the worst. It's because I was unexciting so much that I was
challenge,
I was like, fuck, can't do it. Okay, let's come back to ankles now. But remember, I can't press it down, But if you're, let's say, during the running or jumping, that may happen as well. That happens. That's a compression of ankle joint.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm touching people's legs all the time, so.
Yeah, right, okay.
Okay. Lift.
Yeah, less.
Yeah, but most people would just completely switch off after a while. Yeah. So you've got very good structure, very sturdy. If you do this, 10 seconds. Lift. You can try that. Because he's immune to most things.
Yeah.
You half immune.
Because he's so strong.
But people that are not trained, you take everyday person, it's 100% difference between this and that. It's like you switch on completely, So obviously you've learned how to control your body better than others. And how to overcome these systems of inhibition. This is an inhibition system, basically. So when your ankle goes in the wrong direction, suddenly it's telling other muscles to switch on or off.
Are these your secret wrestling techniques as well?
Choke them.
But is it like you using some of these pressures in wrestling that make it harder for the other person's nervous system?
See, this is the medal for a submission wrestling competition. So I defeated the professional cage fighters. Kind of choke in 20-30 seconds, and then I just had to hold it until they give up or pass out. And after I won it, because it was so quick, instead of spending rounds, people were asking me, "Did you press all these points?" I didn't press. No, I just choked. Just drop, choke. I've noticed that fighters of high level also they are quite immune to all these skin pressure manipulations. They've been reinforced through sparring probably, or maybe those who were genetically immune to this went higher. It's like when I was a kid, they kept telling me not to lift weights because I would be small. They kept telling me to swim to be taller. And why? Oh, because in Olympics every swimmer is tall. Yeah, but if somebody's a dwarf, as a kid goes to swimming. Yeah. It's just those who are genetically predisposed to be taller, they will make it to Olympic teams. And somebody shorter might be better trained, might be more flexible, faster in terms of like overall speed, better technician, but each stroke we do is
They don't have the streamline.
yeah. Okay, let's do this one. Lift. Handstand. So when I did this one, 10 seconds, 10, 9, 8. Lift. See? Massive difference, but also squeeze. Hold. This is my pinky finger. Go.
So you can just keep people switched off.
Yeah, but by something like this. By the way, if you do this, that's fine. It's indestructible. But if you do this and then that, that's a heel hook. It's forbidden technique.
Oh yeah?
It basically spreads an ankle.
Yeah.
Flip in front. I'm going to try the glute on the same side. Yeah. Bend. Up. Squeeze the glute. Yeah. Up. Before it was much stronger, right?
Yeah.
So, flip on your back again. It's like half of your body is weaker, and perhaps that's what happened to you because you said you may have some instability in the ankle, and you show the place where is the axis of this movement. Yeah. You didn't show axis of that movement, dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, but supination and pronation of ankle. So if I do the opposite and go this way, that's decompressing that part here. Yeah, it showed here at that point.
That's the point that I introduced.
Yeah, so that's the point, that's axis of that movement. And axis of that movement is obviously not here, it's there. Yeah. So if you like. Wow. That's small body weight, 116 kilograms. Oh, fuck it. Okay, squeeze. Squeeze. Flip. Squeeze the glutes. Again. Again. I just wanted to demonstrate even with the impact you still can hold it. And before, I could just use one hand and push it down. So your glute may switch off just from wobble here. Let's say you're doing deadlift. And your arches collapse, yeah, in your feet. Then automatically there's a chain reaction. See, I just use very small force on your ankle. If you're deadlifting 315 kilos with your body weight quite significant as well, that combined weight here could compress your ankle much more. And what I was doing here was nothing, right? You couldn't even feel it. See, it doesn't mean that you have to feel things that happen to you. But at some point, you've seen that the effect was not 100%, maybe 10%. But the 10% at the professional level is it's the difference between making progress or not making progress, making an injury or making a muscle pump instead. Yeah. So you can see how you can switch muscles off, yeah, easily. Best thing to do for you is actually train muscles that are controlling your ankles this way as well.
How would I do that?
Because you were probably rehabbing this way, yeah?
I wasn't rehabbing at all.
Ankle.
Didn't. I was basically going until, and it was just, I just kept getting right side stuff. Like I could feel significantly like my right erector. It's probably not the same now, but it was significantly bigger. Like people would go, "Oh, look at your right side."
I have the same. I have the same, but it never really
Caused an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Maybe when I was younger, I had one leg switched off more than the other. Because I remember I was limping on one leg when I was younger. I was limping just for a few months, but that might be something that carried on in the future later. Or just one leg dominant in the sport, football or something like that. Yeah? So as you see, foot can affect the whole half of the body, but also your neck. So, squeeze. Yeah. But if you push the chin forward, squeeze, and it opens, yeah? In most people's cases, it just opens straight away.
So people that look at their phones a lot and have forward neck posture,
They're weaker.
they're going to be weaker, yeah.
If you see somebody like this,
Yeah, right.
that's a weak person.
So that's why they tell you to tuck your chin just before you do it.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Squeeze.
Maybe
No,
that's it.
no chance now for me. Eyeballs up without moving the head. Squeeze. Higher. No. Maybe you can feel it weaker.
Yeah, it feels a bit weaker,
But a lot of people just let it go. Because you've been training for so many years, you've learned how to still control that thing, yeah? But there are ways how to uncontrol it, yeah? But most people, the beginners as well, especially, if I tell them to look this way, let's go, just squeeze. When you move your head, it's probably compression in the neck, yeah. But eyeballs also do this. Even things like squeezing the face. You've seen the best lifters are trunk pull in the face. It's like, and they're lifting like nothing happened, yeah. Fedor Emelianenko was the cage fighter. Who was always like this. There's a lot of memes on the internet about Fedor angry, Fedor in love. Fedor happy, Fedor whatever,
He was massive.
hungry.
He's massive.
Sorry?
So he's massive, that guy.
Yeah, but his face was always like this. Like he's in a trance, yeah? So whatever emotion goes through you, or whatever energy goes through you, whatever task you have, face like this. But if you see people like, yeah? Do this. So you squeeze your face, your body goes weak. You see somebody's attacking you like this. This person, he's definitely not good at what he's doing, attacking people. He's just angry, but he doesn't control his emotions. Yeah. So when you control your emotion, you can push them into the lift. You can push them into the muscle control. So whenever he was focused, he could hold it. Yeah. The moment you do this, there's something like anchoring. Yeah. Anchoring means. Do you meditate, by the way?
Anchoring.
With crossed legs.
The behavioural anchoring.
Yeah, with crossed legs.
No, not usually cross legs.
Because you were crossing leg here, so that's why I'm asking. But anchoring is when you're, say, using mudras. Yeah. If you always meditate in holding this hand gesture, then your mind automatically goes into certain state of mind that is normally associated with that gesture. It works both ways, yeah? So it's very important to have certain rituals. Whenever I see somebody approaching bigger weight, there's a guy he's normally doing this. Deadlift. Taking a breath, diving, grabbing the bar, lifting, yeah? Okay. One day he's coming here. Oh. And I knew he's not going to lift it. Because his pocket was in the way. Yeah? So whenever he's doing something off of his normal ritual, anything, it could be looking around, it could be, say, sorry, how many reps was that? Yeah, he's not going to lift it. Unless it's for many reps, then obviously by the time he's done 1, 2, 3 reps, he'll refocus. Yeah, but we're talking about 1 or 2 reps. It's unlikely now. Obviously, there are people that can refocus like that. Yeah, but this is unlikely. So I see somebody doing different ritual than normal, checking a pocket, looking different direction, asking a question, anything different than normal. They're out of comfort zone. They so much out of comfort zone that they will not allow the body to flow that energy into the lift. Their energy is dispersing or into their doubts, into their thoughts, emotions, whatever it is. Yeah, and then certain muscles react badly to certain emotions as well. So, for example, breathing. Yeah, we think that breathing in is Valsalva maneuver, yeah? So you create abdominal pressure that supports your spine, yeah? So how's the abdominal pressure to do with grip? Take a deep breath. Squeeze. Fine. Breathe out. Squeeze. He's quite good, he's still fighting because most people just like... Or I have a guy who's a world champion bench press, and well, his hands are quite strong already. He benched over 300 kilos in shirt. So if I mention his ex-wife's name, will automatically open his hand. Also, there's a lot of subconscious reactions. Yeah. So it's one thing is mechanical breakdown, like okay, your ankle was like this, so your glute could switch off. And once your glute is switched off, then your hamstring is not controlling your knee, and especially if it's a semimembranosus muscle switching off, the medial meniscus goes. Yeah. So that's one of the possible scenarios that happen to you. Because your hamstring were busy pretending to be glutes. Yeah. So they were no longer controlling the knee from behind. However, that's one. But maybe when you were doing your accident, maybe your mind wasn't clear. Maybe you thought about somebody that makes you weak. Should we do another test on you? Because you used to strong.
It's a big problem that he has.
It's a strong word.
Metaphysics.
It's crazy.
Metaphysics, yeah.
Yeah, Mitch is big into this as well.
I'll show you metaphysics when it's off camera. Okay. So, for example, do you have a person that you don't like? Don't tell the name in the camera, maybe. Okay. Okay. Let's say. Do you have X? An X. Just your X, because that's not a secret problem.
Something.
Is that really?
The name of a girl that you like want to forget about.
I don't know. They're all alright.
Okay, squeeze it. Think about her now. If I just told her name, the same will happen. Usually, some people can just block the hearing, but so people are saying that subconsciousness doesn't play part so much.
Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah, for sure.
But now say, I'm strong, I'm strong.
I'm strong, I'm strong.
Don't squeeze it. I'm strong, I'm strong.
I'm strong, I'm strong.
I'm strong.
I'm strong, I'm strong.
Okay, just say, I'm not weak.
I'm not weak.
Squeeze it.
I'm not weak. I'm not weak.
Yeah, still subconscious.
Yeah, because subconscious
on-
mind doesn't hear the word no.
Yeah.
So you basically, you have a dog, yeah? Dog is like a subconscious mind creature. You say paw. 2 paws. No paw. Tomorrow paw. Yeah.
It just is poor.
Under no circumstances paw. Yeah, and just that little phrase paw. That's one word, that one syllable.
Yeah.
Is eliciting the whole chain of reaction here. So the moment you heard weak, very often in a competition I'm telling to people not to look at others, what they're doing, especially when they're failing. So when it's a third round,
Yeah.
a lot of people fail their third attempts. If you keep looking at them,
Yeah.
you kind of, fail. You go there and your mind is busy with fail. Also, you kind of think it's acceptable to fail. A lot of people fail.
Yeah.
It's not acceptable. It should be out of your thing. Metaphysics. Remember what happened when you breathe out. Okay. Stand up now. I'll start using this hand because the other one might be tired. Okay, so when I'm doing this, I have to use muscles here.
Yeah, true.
When you're squeezing, you have to use muscles that you're just squeezing muscles, yeah? You can probably hold 50 kilo dumbbell, but I probably can't do 50 kilo dumbbell like this, yeah? So if I can defeat you, even slowly, it means you are really going way weaker than normal. Squeeze. It's like 20 kilo hold when I open, yeah? Okay, remember what happens when you breathe out. Breathe out. And squeeze now. Yeah, it opens. Even though that's nothing to do with grip, is it? And now in our belly button. So 2 fingers on the belly button is the point, yeah? In Japanese it's called hara, Chinese the dantian. Center of gravity basically. Focus on that point and breathe out. Focus here. Yeah.
He's also accepting the suggestion that he's going to get like the assumption. He's presuming.
I don't really know what.
I said focus on that point.
Yeah, you didn't really say
Yeah.
what-
But you like the way in which you said it. He's also like. I mean, this is from a like a medical.
I'll show you a suggestion if you want.
Yeah.
You want metaphysics, yeah? It depends on how focused he is, basically, but go on, squeeze. Can't do it, yeah? And now?
Yeah. But even from like,
What did I do?
Well, you said and now, presupposing that there's going to be a change between the two, and he's got to accept or deny that suggestion. But I think because you've done it, so like that's what I mean. How
I
powerful.
was looking to lose there.
Yeah, but when he said and then, you knew that he wasn't talking
I
about
don't know
weaker.
what the game is playing. Yeah, I mean,
Like you can't get stronger because he's already closed his hand. Yeah.
yeah.
So as soon as he says and now, in your mind you're like fuck. I think that
I didn't feel
think
like
that-
He's a coward. You say
You
he's
don't
a
think-
coward.
No, but I think the deeper underlying psychological stuff is way more powerful than what we actually think it is. Like you've just demonstrated it then. Like we don't know whether you did something different. You just said and now. But to his mind, we've sort of been programming this. Hey?
Do the same way.
Me do. So what do you want me to do?
Exactly the same.
So,
Suggest to him.
Because he's just like calm down. Because you're the master.
no, just see what happens.
See you.
I'm not saying. I'm just.
You've been promoted.
Alright, so you test it.
Okay. It's better for you if you stand side to him.
Okay.
Because that gives you some kind of chance. Yeah? If you stand in, yeah,
Like this.
you have chance now to open his hand. It's very difficult to open somebody's hand.
Okay.
Just yeah, that's enough. And now, see what happens if you do your magic. Go on.
Do
Do your magic. Go on.
No, I think you've taken it out of
Okay.
context.
Look now. Suggest.
Alright, breathe out.
Yeah, okay. Your job is to squeeze. Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Squeeze. You're too strong, but I'll try it.
because you're only looking for a fractional difference, right? That's why the problem with him is
I have no chance now, right? The fucking strong fuck. Okay, go. No. I'll tell you what.
No, but it's, what you guys demonstrated though is super like,
Yeah.
and it shows.
So, some people are so fucking strong, sturdy that nothing works on them. Yeah.
Because you're
all
looking
these
for
physio tricks.
10% difference or something. It's still
Yeah. You will feel weaker when I do certain things. So press some point or like your head is in the wrong
the
position.
maximum.
I try to breathe out, for example, and then squeeze. Yeah, he's the second person I've ever met. Because out of, I don't know,
Yeah, he's done
50 to 100 people
Really?
I try that trick on, he's second person. But the first one was a scaffolder. So for years he's been, grabbing these pipes and all day long. Yeah?
Interesting.
So he's got muscle-mind connection with his grip that's beyond normal. It's very hard to disrupt that, yeah? But
big guy or not?
no, he's in his 50s. He's quite sturdy, yeah. But usually you get these builders, they have very strong grip.
Yeah.
But after breathing out, they usually let it go anyway. Yeah, you are really good with resistance, in fact. Yeah. Most people are just like something, like they were holding something hot suddenly. Yeah. Or you can try it on others, play a bit. But yeah, there might be suggestion perhaps, yeah? But suggestion is, if I say to him, you're weak, that's a suggestion.
Yeah.
Or if I say, you're not weak, that's still a suggestion, because I know what his subconscious mind will read. So for example, my ex-girlfriend had the first competition, and somebody said to her, don't fuck it up. Or don't go too shallow. Yeah? So she went too shallow on the squat. Even though she was the deepest squatter in the competition. So she did this very deep squat, and then somebody says, oh, there's no need to go that deep. Yeah? And that was a suggestion. Yeah? And she made a shallow squat. Eventually she won, but when I just realized what she was talking to people. You don't talk to people in a competition because they'll tell you things. Randomly, there might be things that just kill your confidence. It's very easy to kill somebody's confidence in a competition. They should listen to their coach. But if the coach is saying, "Oh, don't fuck it up, don't screw it," that's not not good sports psychology here. Because the word "not" is not working. Yeah. So if the athlete is really focused, it will work. But then in the subconsciousness, that will be accumulating, and over the years, they will screw it. It will have to resurface one day.
Yeah.
So suggestion is, I'm saying, look, you will open your fingers now. Yeah. And suggestions are not such a dramatic thing like that. If I said to you, you're going to open your hand.
But see, even you saying that I'm strong, right? You could say I'm weak, and I would still potentially. No, I'm not talking
Okay,
now.
wait. Come on.
I'm not talking now.
I'll do a special thing now on you.
Okay.
Yeah, look. Go on. You're fucking weak now.
No. Do you know what I mean? Like, even when I walked in, I'm just saying how powerful it is about our suggestions, you know? Like, and we have the ability.
Is, but some people are so focused, the suggestion is going to probably land down in the subconscious mind somewhere. Maybe one day they will have a bad day in training because they will resurface as a mood swing. Yeah. But on that day, they can still refocus. The focus of meditation is something you just practice and get better at it. You can hypnotize somebody and somebody else you will never hypnotize. I had a lot of psychosomatic patients. I mean, sorry, not a lot. A lot meaning 6 out of 2,000 or something. And a guy comes here.
Only that many, you reckon, that you've had?
And they have no problem, no physio problem. I just have a chat with them, they walk out with no pain. That's a suggestion. It's a suggestion mixed with guidance, how the mind operates. So I'm saying, a guy is squatting, yeah? Squatting. Nothing happens yet, and suddenly he goes 2 inches lower. It looks like somebody just came down and kicked him in the face. He just flies. I'm like, whoa. It's a scene like from Exorcist, the movie. It's like some spirit just kicks him in the face and whoa, he flies sideways. What the fuck happens here? It doesn't look like normal physical breakdown. And the guy is quite educated. He's a coach and stuff. Yeah. Let's have a look. So I'm doing some further tests. He's passing every test. Yeah, all these. He's quite sturdy. All these pressure points don't switch him off. Nothing should be happening there. He had a trauma from a strongman competition, basically, and he had some injury in that competition. But his mind is remembering it so vividly. Whenever he goes so low.
So how'd you get rid of that?
Well, I told him that there are some people who remember injuries. I didn't say it's him. The next thing I said to him, he said, "But I feel that here, I feel that here." And I was like, "Oh, that's a recess after the steroid injection." Don't tell anybody I'm taking steroids.
Ah, I see.
So now he's associated that pain with the lump he had. I said the truth, in fact, to him. He had a little lump in his ass, basically. That was a scar tissue from injection. Some infection happened in the past, but he could still feel it. And he was associating that with his problem. Yeah. So if I put a pebble on you, you shouldn't be really doing anything bad.
Interesting.
You know what? Let's try something like this. Mobile phone. Can mobile phone switch you off? Yeah, you got it. Okay. Mobile phone. So. Well, I'll just do something with mobile phone. Try again with a phone call.
Yeah.
Strong. Quick, yeah. But you still have a lot of control.
It's not a strong.
But a lot of people just drop dead leg down. One, yeah. So in your case, I think it's only very strong thing that could have switched off your glute. Yeah. Because the strong thing would be your ankle.
Yeah.
Collapsing down the arch. Yeah. You're quite immune to suggestions. You're quite immune to pressure point manipulation. However, something as strong as hundreds of kilos on your ankle pressure could do it. Yeah. So one of the things how to avoid it could be using insoles in the shoes that would angle you out a bit. Let me open this door here.
So only when I'm deadlifting. Oh, so you mean the weight is switching it off? So me applying pressure through the floor is potentially doing that.
Yeah.
And then switching this shift,
Chain reaction.
come up,
Yeah.
destroy, and I'm lifting with like half of my body. Well, not half, but like...
It's enough, it's 100% here, 90% here.
Yeah.
With extreme weight, it might be just enough to cause chain reaction. That's
because as soon as I feel the pain through my back, it's like everything in my nervous system just switches off because I move away from back.
Ah, yeah, I know that feeling. For sumo deadlifts. The sumo deadlifts are angled like this. Yeah? So you feel like you're standing against something against the wall, you push it against something, and your ankles don't flip sideways. Yeah, feels like you're pressing against something sideways. But if you're in a classic stance, it's supporting the medial part of your heel, especially. So it's twisting the whole ankle out, decompressing the ankle, and that's immediately making your glutes stronger.
Okay.
Also, you can squat deeper. It's increasing range of motion in your ankle as well. So if you...
Well, I haven't deadlifted in 2 years, and every time I try and go back, the same thing happens.
You said you had different range of motion in dorsiflex. Yeah?
Maybe, well, I've been doing a lot of... See, now, I've been doing a lot of... Wait a minute. So I'd probably say that is in my left.
Okay, you stay there. Okay, straighten the leg. Straight, and stay here like a super glue to the floor. Yeah? You didn't move forward.
No.
Try now.
Yeah, I can touch now.
Lift your heel up. Okay, stand up. So it's twisting even more, yeah? Twisting out more. And now touch it.
Yeah.
Easier, yeah?
Yeah.
So basically by twisting out, doing supination, sort of.
That even feels better.
Yeah, it automatically switches it.
Yeah.
So I'll do deadlifts with heels pointed out.
Okay.
You automatically can squat deeper as well because of this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's easy for me to do that.
Yeah, let's take them out. Let's take them out.
Yeah, so you can see there, look.
So basically by doing this, you can get bigger dorsal flexion.
You're right.
Now a lot of people will sell my fucking secret.
Well, see, I always felt better deadlifting in Scott shoes. I mean, that's an excessive arch.
Depending which shoes you're talking about, but for example...
Nike Romanellos.
Okay.
I've got them as well.
Yeah, but these also have a little bit of twisting out. So they push the knees outside, which is activating glutes. So just doing this not only activates glutes, activates hip flexors, shoulders, grip.
See, I feel better deadlifting in those. I've got extremely long tib fib relative to femur.
Yeah. We call him Achilles.
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 Achilles. You know why? There's only weak spots. It's there.
Yeah.
Can I try to release it without the insoles?
Yeah, of course.
The other way how to... Remember when I scraped your foot like this?
Yeah.
So if I do this, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and so on, 20 times, it's also solving the problem. And it's painless.
No, give us.
So I want to give you some pain.
Yeah, pain me.
Yeah, my pain is better. Okay, option number 1. I just stretch that toe. Big toe stretch. Okay, 20 times, yeah? It's like a PNF stretch because it was to count to 2, go back, yeah? Do the same test on the wall.
Still, it's much.
But is it better?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, on your back. And the muscle that's bending you, or extending your big toe, is on that side of Achilles tendon. Yeah, so it's on the outside.
Yeah.
So I will just take that.
Yeah.
Pull this here and scrape that upwards on your ankle and your Achilles. I'll do it 20 times.
Yeah, this is fuck me.
There.
Holy shit. Whoa. That's nearly better than my right, my left. Yeah.
Back on the operation.
Fuck me!
Who was recording him when he was
I wasn't expecting that.
Okay. I've got 17 to do. Within 10 seconds.
Alright, go.
Hold it for 10 seconds. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that's painful, man.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck. I wasn't expecting that.
Okay, so Achilles. Achilles. Achilles.
Yeah, got it. I've literally had 50% less discrepancy from left to right hand.
Do both legs then. Do both legs at the same time.
50%.
Do I do that this way?
Can you feel? Yeah, it's not going to be as far because you don't have as much weight. But does it feel equal, or you feel the right to pull more?
Nah, that's equal.
Come back, I want to cause more pain.
Fuck, I can't get over that pain for that all day. Maybe I'm just not used to it.
I still feel it, man. And use your toes. See some twisting going on there, bro.
Same time or?
Yeah, it's the same time.
Pretty much. Oh, fuck. Got that easy, that one, man. Yeah, my right one's better than my left now.
Your right one is better than your left.
Yeah.
Or reverse now.
Yeah.
You want a lot of pain on the
Look.
side now.
Like, so that's it there. So that's all 15 centimetres. Apart from the wall, so that's it. Yeah, so. Yeah.
One more thing I can do. Lay in front. So the muscle that's going through the other toes is on this side now.
Fuck! Is that the key?
A lot of headache after all that shit.
brutal, man. Just been a bit of pussy there. Alright, so there. Yeah, it's pretty close, eh?
Okay, can I have a look again when you do both legs? But I'll be looking from behind now. Further. And do each leg separately. Okay, what I see from here is
Collapse.
it's going, yeah, and it goes out slightly. This one goes and collapses. But with these insoles, it's unlikely because the insoles are pushing your knee out. So if can you put in your shoes? Because you have a size normal, yeah. So can you see that it's pushing your knee out? Can you feel it?
Yes.
Your knee wants to go out now,
Yes.
yeah? It's an automatic
Yeah.
response.
Yeah.
And now the other foot.
Yeah, definitely wants to go.
The other foot. Also goes out, isn't it? Yeah, so I definitely have insoles in my shoes for deadlifts and for squats. And for running, perhaps as well, because when you just with smaller degree, this is a beige one, this is 5.5 degrees incline.
What is? These shoes.
Check it out.
Oh, he's got insoles.
Yeah.
This one there. Oh, so you
Yeah,
designed
this is
these?
5 degrees. You can have grey one, 3.5 degrees, for things like running.
Oh, so you designed these?
I have them.
Yeah, right.
I'll send you a link where to get them.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to look at designer one, this is a designer one. This is
so naturally,
so I increased angle against my toes to activate hamstrings more, and this is just to dip in my squat.
so if I was to get these, I'd just use them in whatever shoe I own.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then over time, would that then help the?
Yeah.
Or would I? Is there exercises that I do that?
The physio I showed you, yeah, it's not going to be permanent because you'll be compensating to stiffen it up again. Yeah? You want to stand on one foot for a long time with closed eyes and hands on hips, and this is training you to do this. Can you just put these two shoes on and do a squat? Does it feel more froggy than normal?
As in straight up and down.
Frog.
Froggy.
Frog. Frog has thighs going out. Frog style.
Define a frog.
Thighs going out.
This was what French.
Oh, yes.
Not the
Yeah.
frog.
Yeah.
There's Chinese way of squatting.
Yeah, right.
That's a frog.
Yeah.
So your knees naturally get pushed out. Try to collapse your knees as you squat.
Yeah.
They don't feel like collapsing. Yeah, they feel like the urge to go out, and they urge to go out because the receptors on your foot detected there's an angle out of the muscle, so they're being pushed out. Yeah, even if you do the parallel stupid stance like CrossFit people,
Yeah.
try it now. It still pushes your knees out.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, I need you for one more demonstration. I could do a few more, but this one is it's against all people who stand parallel. You stand parallel, you switch your glutes off. Yeah? If you stand like this
Yeah.
for deadlift,
Yeah.
not only glutes are off, for a few other muscles. Stand parallel, feet parallel, maybe there.
So is that true? If someone struggles off the floor,
Yeah.
you'd get them to narrow their toes, but if they struggle at the top, you'd get them to turn their toes out?
Well, yeah, that activates glutes.
Yeah, but if someone struggles off the floor, you get them to turn their toes in to sacrifice glute off the floor because they've.
No,
It's
but
easier.
glute works already on the floor.
Yeah.
So in all these cases, if somebody's hypermobile, you would do this maybe for struggling on the floor.
Okay.
So put your hand, but keep your little pinky finger out. So, do you feel a lot of strength here?
No.
No, this is weak, yeah? Even in your big hands. So, I'm going to push you down like that. Hold your hands. Yeah? Those elbows. Told you I had them fucked up years ago. Okay. Again. Try it. Up. Parallel, yeah? Now, heels in, toes out slightly. Just slightly, like 15 degrees is enough. Yeah. That's still acceptable for deadlift, isn't it? Come on. Resist a little. Try that. Yeah. No resistance, yeah? So why would you step in a position that just makes you weak? And also there's a logic behind it is you want to drive your knees forward, because if you grab the bar narrow your shoulders or something, then you want the knees in between your hands. Yeah? You want the knees in between your hands. If you do that, you automatically have to grab wider. Well, I grab quite wide. I grab as wide as people bench press. Almost like a semi-snatch deadlift, right? You've seen that video, yeah? So it's a
Would that mean that your lats would have to be a lot stronger to hold the weight? If your hands are wider? Because it would be like a snatch grip as opposed
definitely more quads, more glutes. Yeah, because you have to squat deeper.
Yeah.
It's more like snatch grip.
I mean from back tension position.
Yeah, but it's not full, maybe 81 centimeters between these toes, these fingers, more between these. Yeah, if it's over grip. But because I have a big grip, this was on the power ring, and this one is on the power ring, so I can literally fit my thighs in between. And so that's just against all these people that are teaching to run like this, teaching to squat like this. All the posterior chain was switched off, have you noticed? Not just shoulders. You're like, but even if shoulders are switched off, how can you sprint with weak shoulders?
So if you're bench pressing, for example, your feet should never be pointed straight forward. They should be pointed slightly out. If you were tucking, if you tucked back, would that?
Let me show you on the bench.
Okay.
Oh,